Yo, where are my heals?
My teammate literally started screaming during this match saying our supports were shit. So let's take a look at the footage and see if supports were actually dropping the ball or if we just have another tank blaming everybody else. This was his very first death of the entire game, so let's take a look where the supports are at. First off, when you originally take this fight, one of your supports is already dead. Two of the enemies try to flank around on the side. Luna gets spooked and she leaves you alone on point. This one's not entirely your fault, but you definitely should have backed off way sooner. Right here, you're doing your job. You're taking up space, you're pushing into the enemy team, and you're expecting your supports to have your back. You're definitely getting some heals here, and then all of a sudden it looks like the healing stops and Luna pops her ult a second too late and you go down. When we look at Luna's perspective, she is tunneled in on you. She's trying to keep you alive and she's trying to give you the heals, even though she can hear Peter Parker flying around on the backside. What actually happens here is you break LOS with your supports. She can't heal you. She pops her ult because Venom flies in and you go down. Sadly, I can't say the same thing for Cloak here. She throws a couple of heals your way, then drops her bubble on her and Luna, even though they're both full health. She turns to focus Spider-Man, misses a couple more heals, and throws the debuff your way. Spider-Man is living in her head rent-free, and she is looking around for him and Venom. Both of them dive her, she cloaks, and you go down. You make your way back to the exact same spot where you just died, and I'm going to be honest, there isn't a single point of healing that comes out during this entire fight. Both of your healers are alive and you go down, so let's see where they were at. Taking a look at Luna first, she just respawned and she's making her way back to the fight, and she gets dove by Spider-Man. Luna and Hela take out Spider-Man, and then she tries to make her way back to the fight, but by then, you're already down. Cloak was also respawning, so that means that you initiated this fight with no supports. One of your last deaths of the round happened while we're trying to take the final point, and you probably don't want to hear this, but Cloak is dead again when you start this fight. You had time to wait for your support, but you initiate the fight anyway. There's a little bit of healing coming out, and suddenly it stops and you go down. Looking at Luna, it was just really unfortunate. She gets headshot and goes down almost instantly after her ult, and Cloak is too far away to help. We get one more team fight before the end of the round. You almost go down a couple of times, but you're definitely getting healed. You're taking a lot of damage and finally go down, but you had diamond form and didn't use it. Looking at Luna, she is trying to heal you here. She even ignores the Black Widow after hitting her with a freeze just so she can try to continue to drop heals on you. Swapping to Cloak, it's a little confusing. She's focusing on damage. She swaps over to Dagger, starts putting out some heals, but it looks like she's healing Thor more than you. She phases out even though she's full health, and you end up going down. Not saying it would have saved the fight, but this was definitely a slight misplay out of Cloak. Swapping to defense, I distinctly remember you raging a little when you died here. Luna has swapped over to Sue, and she just gets sniped by the Black Widow, and there's nothing she could do. Cloak is dropping some heals on you, and then she randomly decides that she needs to try and repair the carpet. Not sure why she stopped trying to heal you, but that's why you go down, so this one is definitely not on you. Running out of time, but you take this fight when you have no supports up and you go down. And this is the last death of the round. You're fighting to stop them from getting those last few meters, and the healers are keeping you alive, but literally everyone on the enemy team is focusing you and you get blown up. Overall, I think our supports did a pretty good job. There were definitely some misplays on both sides, but what do you guys think?